Hey guys, welcome back to ATO Audio. Today on the channel, we're going to be demoing this Pioneer SX-950. And so if you've been paying attention on the channel, this is the receiver that we've been restoring, and we've done a lot of work to it. So let's take a quick glance at what we've done so far. So on this stereo, we've redone the power supply board, and that entails replacing the transistors and the capacitors on that board. We also went ahead and redid the protection board and replaced the electrolytic capacitors and transistors on that board. And we also installed a flyback diode on pins 9 and 10 just to add some added protection to that board and circuit. From there, we moved to the amp board, guys, and we replaced all the electrolytic transistors on that board and also the transistors. There were a few burned up or bad resistors on that board, so we replaced those, and we also replaced a couple of the output transistors as well. From there, we moved on to trying to do an FM alignment, and we ran into some trouble doing an FM alignment, and so we basically had to rebuild that tuner board as well. And so there was a couple bad capacitors on that board, and so we wound up replacing all those capacitors and the transistors for good measure as well. And once we did that, guys, this thing is working really good, and we're getting stations 40 or 50 miles away from my area now, so the FM is nice and aligned. We also did some general maintenance to it, guys, like cleaning it up, cleaning the switches and potentiometers, and setting the DC offset and the idle current. And the last upgrade that I did is actually upgrading the feet that go on this stereo. And so a lot of these feet are very, very small, like you'll see here, guys. And because of that, it limits the airflow that can go underneath the unit. And so with a lot of these vintage equipment, they overheat. And because of that, they prematurely age, and functions and components fail prematurely. And so what I've done, guys, is I've remanufactured some of the feet, and I'm excited to announce that I'll be selling those on my website. And so these are about 40% taller, or 6 millimeters taller than the original feet, and so it greatly improves the airflow underneath your receivers. So this is a good upgrade if you really want to keep your receivers for a long period of time. That way they don't overheat or prematurely fail due to too much heat. And so I think I'm going to be selling these for a 4-pack on the store. And so I'll have feet for basically the entire 50 series on there. And I'll also have feet for the 80 series as well. And so the 50 series feet will fit pretty much all the units in the 80 series except for the 680, 580, 780, and 880. But I do have another variation on the website for those specific units as well. And especially with the 780 and the 880, those are very heat sensitive, and we all know about the transistors on that board that are prone to overheating and melting the solder points. So this is a great way to increase the airflow to your unit and prevent it from overheating in the future. So again, that'll be on my website, atoaudio.com. And so without further ado, guys, we've talked about what this thing is doing. Let's take a closer look and let's see how it sounds. All right, guys, so what do you think about that? Sounds good, doesn't it? And so we've done a lot of work to this unit, and so now it's ready to go to its new owner. And so this particular stereo will be listed for sale on my website, atoaudio.com, so you guys can go ahead and take a look at it there. And so I really appreciate everybody who's joined us on this adventure of restoring this Pioneer SX-950. We had to do a lot of stuff to it, but we saved another one from the trash heap, and now it's ready to rock and roll for years and years to come, hopefully. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.